Namaste everyone. This is me, Dr. Rukma Rajendran from Divine Veda. Divine Veda as a team is on for a mission to make Ayurveda heard throughout the world. Divine Veda is giving gift vouchers for an active subscriber in every week. The active lucky subscriber for this week is Mr. Srikanth Kulkarni. The lucky winner should get in touch with Divine Veda team immediately by sending an email to contact@divineveda.com. Thank you, sir, for your wholehearted support, and we expect the same in our upcoming videos as well. Management of the physical condition and the mental condition with medical and non-medical ways to achieve healthy mother and fetus is called as antenatal care or prenatal care. In Ayurveda, it is explained as Garbhini Paricharya. According to WHO, it consists of proper intrapartum fetal surveillance, that is, clinical examinations like fetal heart sound, investigations like ultrasonography, color Dopplers, etc., and examination of vital parameters of the women like weight, cardiac activities, and the systemic examinations. The medicines given are mainly calcium, iron, and multivitamin supplements for the prophylaxis of anemia and for the proper growth of the fetus. The aim of prenatal care by Ayurveda aims to achieve proper growth of the fetus, uncomplicated pregnancy, normal healthy delivery of the fetus, and well-being of both mother and the child. Ayurveda prescribes a particular daily practice for the pregnant women, along with the prescription for the diet, yoga, and routine day care. Instructions are also given for reading materials, subjects of discussions, and the music to be listened. The thoughts and feelings of the parents affect the child. From this moment onwards, the thoughts of mother can reach the fetus. Prenatal care by Ayurveda. This is achieved through three stages. They are treatment procedures for keeping up healthy mother and fetus, herbs for purifying male and female gametes, yogasanas and pranayamas for providing mental calmness for achieving conception. In the first stage, proper advice is given to the couple and to their relatives to provide and sustain a healthy and calm atmosphere and environment. Now let's see about the month-wise regimes which has to be followed by the Garbhini. In the first month of pregnancy, the pregnant women should take natural supplements which are having the properties of Garbhastapaka and Madhura Rasadravyas like dates along with milk. In the second month, follow the same procedure as that of the first month. In the third month, the Madhura Dravyas are mixed with milk, honey, and ghee, and this can be consumed by the Garbhini. In the fourth month of pregnancy, the Garbhini can consume milk mixed with the Madhura Dravyas by replacing ghee with butter. From the fifth month onwards, the women can do oil applications and gentle massages followed by a bath with lukewarm water. And this can be done till the end of the pregnancy and follow the same regime as that of the fourth month. In sixth month of pregnancy, continue the regime as that of the fifth month. In the seventh month of pregnancy, the mother may feel some itching sensation on the breast and abdomen or some burning sensation in the chest due to the increased size of the fetus. And here, the advice is to have a smaller portions of the sweet with a little ghee or oil. In the 8th month of pregnancy, eat rice prepared with milk in semi-solid or liquid form by adding some ghee in it. In the 9th month of pregnancy, follow the same diet as in the 8th month and also cooked rice gruel with meat soup and adding some ghee in it. Eat food that is mild, which is easy to digest. Maintain a proper and regular food timing. Avoid foods which are spicy and tikshna in nature. The food should be wholesome, clean, and freshly cooked. The Garbini should eat the food with full concentration and affection towards the fetus. Add more quantity of ghee, butter, and milk in the diet. The food taken should be according to her digestive capacity and season as well as geographical factors. The benefits of dietary regimens. When a Garbini consumes these dietetic regimens from the first month of her pregnancy until the delivery, her fetal membranes, vaginal canal, abdomen, back become soft. Her vada moves into its right direction and the feces, urine, placenta are excreted easily by their respective passages. Her skin and nails becomes more softer and she gains strength and complexions. She delivers child easily at proper time. Month-wise if you see means in the first trimesters, that is from the first month to the third month of pregnancy, most of the women would experience vomiting. They will not be able to take food properly. Therefore, use of cold and sweet liquid diet and also milk will prevent dehydration, supply required nourishment, and will check vomiting and nausea. The sweet tasting groups of herbs is anabolic in nature and they will help in maintaining a proper health of baby as well as the mother. In the second trimester, that is from 4th month to 6th month of pregnancy, there will be good muscle development of the fetus. This will put in need of more protein in the mother. The use of meat soup will serve this purpose and also enables its proper growth. Now let's see about the third trimester. Most of the women will have fetal edema due to fluid accumulation in the body. For this, Gokshura can be used, which prevents the retention of water. The lifestyle changes which has to be followed in pregnancy are the general advices for the pregnant women not to watch the movies which has violence and horror scenes in it. Read fine literatures, listen to soft musics, application of oil on the abdomen and the genital areas can be followed and maintain a hygiene to avoid any chances of infection which causes itchiness and swelling of the genital areas. The yogasanas lead to strengthening of the muscles and ligaments and help to maintain their elasticity. This is very important for proper fetal blood circulation. Moreover, the strength of the pelvic floor is very important for the bearing down effort of the mother during delivery. Pranayama is the breathing technique. It is useful in making the use of the total tidal volume of the lungs. Also will increase in the breath holding capacity of the women during labor. During the first trimester should only do a gentle practice as the fetus is still implanting and the risk of miscarriage is highest. It is a good time to master the stretching and strengthening moves, which includes squats and stretches that tone the pelvic area and opens the hips. That will help prepare your body for labor. In the third trimester, as the baby grows and your center of gravity moves forwards, you are likely feeling increasingly uncomfortable. Do meditations and breathing techniques to calm your heart rate. Some of the yogasanas which can be followed are Bitalasana, Baddha Konasana, Trikonasana, Ardha Chandrasana, Veerabhadrasana. Please note, before doing this following yogasanas, consult a prenatal yoga teacher to find out how to modify your practices as your body changes. Caution of diet and lifestyle activities will contribute towards well-being of the both mother and child, and it will also maintain the pregnancy in a safe and healthy way. In our next video, we will be discussing about the unwholesome diet and lifestyle and its effect in the fetus, that is the fetal anomalies as well as the Panchakarma therapies which has to be followed in the pregnancy and also the diagnosis. Dear subscribers, please like, share and subscribe our channel and content. Do comment us on which topic you want us to discuss in our upcoming videos. Stay connected with Divine Veda. This is me, Dr. Rukma Rajendran, signing off. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. Thanks for watching.